from what I understand, them parties was legendary.
Yeah, it was
So,
legendary.
And there's been a few Shmop houses.
Yes, it's just two.
Two.
Yeah, two.
So, and the original one was your pad in Richmond.
Richmond, yeah. I ended up so the house I grew up, we ended up moving. My mom ended up buying a house in like Hilltop Parkway. It was like brand new houses and stuff like that. And then my mom got it like custom made to have an extended living room. So it was like a big ass living room and shit like that. So that's when I used to throw the parties. And I was actually threw the first Shmop party for Rand's birthday. Because the year before, he threw a party, like a pajama jam for us. I was so surprised, pajama jam party for us. So I was like, for your birthday, I'm going to throw a party at my house for you. And that's where the Shmop Fest came from.
So what does Shmop mean?
So Shmop is like smacking and popping. It's just like, when you back then, you'd say a party was smacking or popping or something like that. So I was just like, we're going to come with our own, like, Shmop. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're going to just do Shmopping. Like, you feel me? So then from then, Love Fest, they had Love Fest, I think, recently, right before that. But so how I was trying to market the Shmop Fest, it was like, the Shmop. So it started from the Shmop Fest. So Shmopping was the name.
Wait, you said Love Fest. That brings me back
to San Francisco shit, right?
Yeah, Love Fest.
I'm throwing a party.
That's
right?
like a bunch of bras walking around in angel wings, popping ecstasy and shit like that. Yeah.
So they just had that. So mind you, this is the whole how I put it together, right? So I was throwing these house parties in Richmond and shit like that. Man, I have hella friends. I was kind of like popular always in school and popular around that time from like dancing and shit like that, whatever like that. So I had hella friends and shit like that, right? So, and I wanted to invite friends to my house party in Richmond, but I didn't want to say it's like a function in Richmond or something like that. So I just called it a Shmop Fest. And then, you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to get people to be not like, okay, it's a house party.
If you tell me there's a function in Richmond, back then I might not.
You might not come.
I might not take you up on that.
What the fuck is a Shmop Fest?
Yeah.
Because I heard about the Love Fest, so I just put that together. And it's like, you don't really know what it is, like kind of what it is. So the fest, it might be like cool people, it might be food, it might be, I don't know, whatever. So we called it Shmop Fest. And that was the first one for Rand's birthday, whatever like that. So that's when the word was created and shit, like on his birthday and shit. And then from there, I created the brand Shmop Life and shit like that. And then, so Shmop Life, that's the lifestyle. And that's living every day like a Saturday night. So that was that was the lifestyle, just party, turned up, living every day like a Saturday night, living it up. However you do your Saturday night, we do that every day. So
that's dope.
That's where it came from.
So yeah, John, I was gonna ask, bro, like, cause this conversation is taking me back to like house parties. I don't even know if youngsters do house parties anymore. I really don't know. Cause I used to be able to drive around Frisco and just be like, oh, there's a party.
Right.
Be like, come on, we go. Or like, here, oh, there's a party crack. Oh, da. And it just takes me back because those are like the most fun times of my life, bro. But y'all supposedly, pretty epic parties, bro. Like what was like one of the most craziest moments back then before the rap and notoriety, when it was just organic house parties? What's one of the craziest Shmop Fest parties you can recall?
Yeah, like, I feel like crazy shit didn't really just happen. Like, I feel like it's just shit that happened, but like, it wasn't really crazy shit happen. I mean, it was like the fire department coming, police coming, getting shot, like somebody shooting or something like that. Shut down. We had one on Broadway, big ass party on Broadway. They didn't let us come in. The whole entire Broadway was looking like fucking Vegas that night because they was trying to get to this party. Like the whole Broadway was like lit, packed with hella people. And we was throwing the Shmop Fest up on Broadway, and it was like hella lit. I mean, we threw a party like in a bank vault before, like the shit didn't start. Crazy shit didn't start happening until we got the Shmop House in Oakland.
Okay,
like, you feel me? That's when after the rapping.
Okay.
Right then, it was just hella friends who were just coming and partying and lit. So no crazy shit was happening besides like shit like get shot up or something or It wasn't really
just regular
nigga
fashion
shit.
fun.
Yeah, fashion fun. And it started getting shot up too. It started getting just too big.
Mm-hmm.
It got to the point where it was just too big.
Yeah,
you feel me? So then through the Shmop Fest, like I was saying, I was DJing the parties and shit right there. And then the Shmop Fest was like kind of, if you knew, we always had it themed up. So it was always like a pajama jam, a jersey, and like party. It was always themed up an all red one, dressed up one. It was you had to wear this. It was the one we had an Obama one when he voted. If you brought your I voted sticker, you could get in the party. Then you had to pay and shit like that. And it just be just smacking. It got bigger and bigger. But like I say, we used to all come up with the CDs in the mix. We DJ from a CD. I was DJing from a DVD player hooked up to some red and black speakers, house speakers. Like I think they was 12s or something like that. I had 2 of them. And I would DJ from that shit, for the music, and it just be lit. So I would throw my friends' music and that was Iamsu and Loverance and shit. The first song that blew up in the Shmop was Up. You know what I mean? So then, like, it just started just getting bigger, and then other songs, I put other songs, and then, like, if the energy kept going, we knew, like, it was a hit. It was going because we was playing all hits at that time. Popular function songs and shit like that. So I'll sneak a song in while it's the peak of the party. And if it's still going down, we know like, oh yeah, that's gonna be it. Right. That's gonna be the ones. So a lot of shit was just forming and new at that time. So like Young California was coming out, DJ Amen was playing like local music on the radio, like shit, yep. You know what I'm saying? And he was putting like, new local artists at like late. It was like the Damn It's Late. Remember that?
Yeah.
They was playing like the little Bay Area music at hella late. So it was at that time we was juice as hell to get on the radio.
The club, pretty much. You hear
it. The club.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was it? Amen. It was Boss Kevin Amen. It was Boss Kevin Amen. And they would play like the new shit and I remember like the first song was Up, and then after that it just turned up. Like it was just Up started blowing up, and then after that they played Swaggin', and then I dropped a project like Shmop Nights and Cali Kush, and then like literally they played almost every song off that project on the radio. Like you feel me? So a lot of my friends' songs was on that project. It was like a compilation project I put together, and every song just started just going up, and then after that it was just over.
Yeah, man, those were all some fucking monster records, bro. I mean, especially Up. That was like a song that, on the radio, bro, that was like, goddamn, twice an hour at least. Like, every hour.
We got remix. They ran a train to that remix. Song. The singers, everybody done did a beat to that song, or it's a song that sound like that. Like,
yeah.
And then after that, it was Swaggin' all day. And then it was just, after that, it was just like,
if you don't get tickets for the History of the Bay Day going down October 19th at the Midway in San Francisco, you're going to feel like a J-Cat. We just announced the first lineup of artists. We got Souls of Mischief in the building, the Mind Figures in the building, doing a tribute for the jacket. We got Kamaya in the building. Of course, I'ma Rock Something, and we got much more. This is just the first wave. It's going to be DJ sets. It's going to be a live podcast, women in hip-hop panel, skateboard graffiti gallery, all types of stuff going down October 19th at the Midway in San Francisco. Grab your early bird tickets right now at the link in the description.
Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay. Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay.